Hey guys, it's Barbarian's Riddle here, and I wish I could talk to you on more positive terms. This was more of like something I felt like needed to be talked about, and normally you see a certain amount of pep from me. Sorry for the echo. I'm in an empty room, and this was the easiest place to record. Um, and that's about MTG Finance in regards to the power content creators have over people's buying choices. Be those cards to play in the future or to spec. I'm not going to go super in depth into it. It is a topic that's pretty well discussed in the MTG finance community. There's something known as the Saffron effect, which is anytime Saffron Olive makes a cool, exciting deck, which admittedly I think they look fun to play. And of course, a lot of you think they look fun to play because they are. Anyway, a unique card that was like a bulk rare, suddenly shooting up to like $10 or $20. A lot of people in the MTG finance community call that the Saffron effect, which is cool. And I know Seth himself has gone on record saying that he feels very uncomfortable with the fact that his videos, which are meant to be fun and exciting and show different ways of deck building and showing off, can influence the secondary market like that. That said, I think it's important that we, whether you're into MTG finance or you're simply just a consumer, need to stop and ask yourself a few questions when you see a video like that, when you see an exciting deck tech or something like that. Or you listen to a podcast and say the Command Zone, who, again, excellent podcast, excellent guys, they influence the market. Some obvious examples from them, after they mention, hey guys, Mind's Eye Diamond is really good in Muldrotha. This is the Muldrotha deck tech and is like almost a staple. I can't believe this card's so good. It's like Black Lotus. And even though it's a bad Black Lotus, it's even better in this deck. And Mind's Eye Diamond went from around 100 something to 200. And that card was due to be expensive anyway. Really, what a lot of content creators end up doing is they end up galvanizing the price of something, which means they're artificially speeding up the clock at which the card would be that price. So recently, after the War of the Spark previews, I noticed that I and a few other MTG Finance individuals, I'm not super into it. I'm mainly doing it to play the game cheaper and so I can educate other people because that's what I want to do. We noticed that Liliana Untouched by Death was moving, and we were trying to figure out why. And because it was during PAX preview, we looked at the preview cards and go like, oh, it's the Amass Zombie mechanic. That's cool. And I was like, okay, that's exciting. And I, as trying to be a content creator, recently got into Twitter and trying to follow a lot of content creators on there. And then I noticed that I happened onto a few certain tweets that were relevant to that buyout, which was both, I won't call them out by name, but they were two very prominent MTG content creators. More than encouraging, they were warning their Twitter followers, buy Liliana Untouched by Death. This card's going to spike. This card's going to spike. This card's going to spike. As we can see now on day 2 of War of the Spark previews, the likelihood of that happening is very low. Now, this isn't videos to be made off some form of jealousy. I own a playset of Liliana Untouched by Death because when I first saw that card, I made a jank modern zombie brew because I think Yawgmoth's Will for zombies is still good enough. It may not be Yawgmoth's Will, but in a zombie deck, it's good enough. Being able to recast Nameless Inversion over and over in your turn is really sick. Being able to just recast, I made more of a discard version, but being able to recast a Tide Hollow Sculler out of your graveyard is really good value. There's so many good things with that Liliana. She gains life. She gives you better card selection. She's just great. All this, and she's removable. She can remove a lot of creatures. All this said, and again, this is not a dig at those particular content creators. This is more to you, the viewers. Think before you buy. Now, I know it's easy to believe people that you want to believe are experts. I mean, heck, don't listen to me. My experience is based on stuff that has worked for me, and it may not work for you, and that's completely understandable. It's just that, how do I say this? I'm not upset that the card moved because these people said so. I'm kind of worried and concerned that they make these offhanded, kind of reckless comments and then cause these artificial spikes without meaning to. Obviously, their intent isn't to do that. They're not buying up copies of these cards and then telling people to buy them. That's not corrupt. It's genuine. They want to help out their followers. They want to help out their viewers. But it's not okay. It's not okay, and so rather than criticizing them for doing it, which admittedly I initially did, I think it's better instead to look to you guys to think about what you're buying. Are you actually going to use the Liliana Untouched by Death? Is this just a case of FOMO? It's okay to miss out, because if you weren't going to run in the first place, then why bother? I don't know. I know some other people in the MTG finance community aren't really excited when you talk about stuff or discourage people from buying things or asking them to be, roll safe. Right? What's the thing? You can't afford modern staples if you waste them all on standard ones. Yeah. Anyway, this was just a short little ramble. I hope you guys go out there, have a good time, and buy safe.